So then, so do you split your time mainly when you're doing it, like, because you do cam work, like, do you do cam or you just do?
No, not really anymore. I go live for my OnlyFans.
Okay.
That's once a month as like a treat. But yeah, I'm like so still focused on custom videos. So I do like 10 to 25 customs per week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you create, so those are customs for that are requested by fans.
Yeah.
So then, where are your because I assume you have your own personal creations that you like to make.
I only get to do those like twice a year.
Really?
Yeah,
I
because
thought it
I
was
don't
more
have
than
the
that.
time. No, all those big, like flashy videos, those are actually fan supported customs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And do they help like I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess at this point what you make it goes into the production of it from them or do they okay. So
it's kind of like they kind of choose me because they'll have this crazy idea and I get the pleasure of bringing it like completely to life. Like I'm talking like if we're going to like and some people just won't like turn the camera on and film it and I do that as well. Like when I'm doing 10 to 15 customs, those are majority of like just a joy or just a dildo ride or just you know, ass focused stuff or boob focused stuff. But the bigger customs that take a while to come to life, like the fan will be kind of investing for a while. And then we'd like talk wardrobe, we talk role play.
So you actually, there's more collaboration with the fan. It's not just, this is what they want.
That's the fun part, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
like some of my fans have planned their custom for 6 months to a year.
Okay. Like it sounds like they might have this kind of, Kubrickian or Spielbergian type of, all right, well,
and they'll send a 6-page script. And I love that. Okay. I love creativity.
Nice.
Yeah, I accept that. And I also accept like a 1 sentence, like, just get me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you get things that are simply like, oh, can you be like a naughty teacher? Can you be, the boss or the secretary, stuff like that are very simple. And do you get to will you have ones where you'll just kind of improv the whole thing?
Yeah, I call it like small, medium, large.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how I base it. So like a small custom would just literally be like a couple sentences of what they were looking for and I film it within like a really short time frame. Like medium order customs are kind of just you can choose a costume and a role play, and I'll bring that to life. And then a large production is like you're planning this, you're investing in it. We're like, yeah.
Okay. So how, if you can off the top of your head, if there's any that really kind of stood out to you as some of the more interesting ones that you've done?
It's so hard to choose. Like obviously the cosplay ones, like Jessica Rabbit, I kind of embodied her, and I got to wear a wig. And then, I mean, like my taboo role plays are pretty hot and steamy. So, on location stuff of like, turning into a robot, coming into life, going into the factory, getting reset, and then you're programmed, right?
Yeah.
So like there's different locations to it. Yeah.
Okay. Didn't you do one where it was like it was almost like a double role where you were, I don't know if it was playing.
That was my own. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was really exciting.
You were playing what, like sisters?
Yeah, I've done the twinning effect like 3 times because I enjoy it so much.
Okay.
Such a challenge for me, like to put that all together. So all of those ones that you're referring to are my own creations.
Okay. And so what was it about that kind of a scenario that attracted you to want to do it?
I get into the taboo role play. I like it. And then just like, I love a challenge.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, to like take that on and shoot, there's so many things to focus on, like getting the 2 shots. Like the 1 shot is actually 2 shots. Obviously, I'm playing the same person. And there's like the timing of it if I'm talking to myself back and forth. So it takes a long time to shoot something like that.
Did you watch, because there's movies like Hollywood films
Yeah,
that have done
that's where I get my ideas.
I was going to say, did you try to watch some of those films? Like the one that comes to mind, even though it's old, is The Parent Trap, the original one. I mean, I'm sure there's the new one could be with Lindsay Lohan too, but or there was another one, I don't know if you ever saw it, Multiplicity. with Michael Keaton. It was a 90s film where he played 4 versions of himself.
I got to watch that. I got to put that on my watch list.
I was going to say, yeah. So he plays a guy who's overworked who ends up cloning himself to try to ease the workload of his life.
It sounds like something I've like been dreaming. I want to do that to myself. I wish I could clone me a little work bot.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then just be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds, you're going to have to tell me the title after, so I'll put that on my watch list.
So those are some of your favorite ones that you've done then?
Yeah, there's so many to kind of choose from, but like the larger productions and like even just Diva or Katana tend to be really big ones for me that stick out just because the cosplay was so intense. Yeah. And then like just fun ones. The being a cloned fire. I tend to like cloning, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Clearly my fetish is coming out. But yeah, there's someone that loves to see me strip over and over and over again.
Okay.
So we came up with the idea like stripper clone. So I'd be cloned 5 times. And like it's a great one for me because it touches on my background and like gets me to get back up on that stage and perform. So yeah, that was a fun one.
Okay.
Stripper clone.
Nice. Now, do you have any scene ideas in your head that you have yet to do that you want to do?
Yes. So I have a hot scenario of like my son's friend becomes a gym trainer. And in my gym, I would film where I'm like, okay, I'll support, it's my son's best friend. And so I start training with him, but he has these high-tech goggles. So he places them on, but the goggles actually can like undress me and stuff. So as I'm working out, he's watching me nude.
Okay.
So that's hot. And then I kind of catch him. And then I put the goggles on and like, I see he's got a big hard dick. And then,
And and the camera would be the POV of him watching? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll go back and forth, kind of like that's how the story would build. And that would make it the large production. Because like within that, my whole creative thought process goes to like effects. So when the goggles go on, kind of like this is like sci-fi kind of brings you into that cloning, gives you that look. And then make it as high tech as possible.
And how and for these bigger productions, how much prep work and how much when all is said and done from when you start it to when you finish it does usually take?
About a week.
Okay.
Yeah. So like something like that, I would take 2 days for shooting time. Like I would take the day before to like prep all like wardrobe and stuff like that. And then editing's the bigger hunk of things. So probably like 3-4 days on like an edit because that's where it all comes together. Sometimes I'm in like the heat of the moment and I'm so picky filming things. I'm like, this is turning out not the way I wanted it. And then once it gets into editing, everything works out.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.